Hello, everybody. Welcome back to something slightly new. To something, yeah, well, maybe. I don't know. Have I done something like this before? It seems like the obvious thing to do, to be perfectly honest. So I probably did do something like it at some point. But welcome to voting. Um, because the Irish election is happening, like the count is happening today, and I didn't vote on that because I had more important things to think about. Uh, Hello, She-Man. Welcome back. Oh, I should do this actually so you guys can see the chat. Yeah, welcome back, She-Man. Unfortunately, we will have no beating of baddies. Yes, well, we might have beating up bad developers. Actually, this is stupid. Um, how do I do this? I suppose I'll move this like over. Wait, no, hang on. I think I'm messing something up. I think I'll move this. I'm kind of in the way. Uh, I don't know what to do. Yeah, it's fine. Screw it. The video game presidential election. Yes. The who wins at the video games? Is it Mr. Video Game himself, Hideo Video Gameo, um, or is it Biden the Butcher? Why not? I didn't know where I was going with that, so I just went anywhere. So yes, welcome back, everybody. My name is Akiara, in case you were unaware, and yes, so we have two award ceremonies that are taking place at the end of the year that are of any importance. We all know that the Oscars are rigged. We all know they're rigged. We don't need to be playing like this. We know they're rigged. So there are only two that really matter, and one of them is probably also rigged. Hint, hint. It's this one. This one is probably rigged. Um, but then we also have the VTuber Awards, and since I happen to be an anime protagonist, I kind of feel like, it's kind of my job to know what the hell's going on with the VTuber world. So, maybe I can give you some insight. Who knows? And video games are my life and blood. So, I don't know. Hopefully we'll all learn something today. And hopefully this stream isn't complete nonsense. The new Fortnite season dropped today, and this is a new chapter. Hey. Yakuza is next season, isn't it? Yeah, I saw you mention that on my Discord, which you can find a link in the description if you want to join. Um, yeah. So, what are we doing? So I think we'll start with the Game Awards. I mean, it's the one that everybody wants to see, and I know that you all have the attention span of a particularly hungry squirrel. So we'll start with the one that we all want to see. But I do think that I'm going to leave Game of the Year until the last. I think that that's a. I really don't get why it's the first one here, and then you come down to best esports team. Like, it should be the last thing, right? It should be. Unfortunately, it's not in the files, but it might still happen. Just asking me for anything multiplayer related. I'm the god of multiplayer. That means I'm bad. I just like playing multiplayer. Fair enough, fair enough. Nobody ever said that I was good at video games. I just know a decent amount about them because I spent way too much time consuming content. So, yeah, let's get into it. We'll leave Game of the Year until the last. So let's go with Best Game Direction. Best Game. Wait, hang on. Sorry. Game of the Year. That, yeah, okay. And then Best Game Direction. Wait, is this screwed up? Did I mess up? Oh, Best Narrative has changed. Am I sure that this is for Best Game Direction? Because it's literally the exact same options. It's literally the exact same options. Okay. Um was not expecting that. That's weird. So what's the point in having two? Hey, Federal Offender, welcome to the stream. Welcome. How you been? How you doing? Um Hang on. I kind of want to double check that. So because like that seems weird. Game Awards Best Game Direction. That seems very strange that they're the exact same. Best game direction winner. That seems wrong. Like, I feel like they should be two different ones. Best game direction nominees. Okay, no, it. All right, independently verified. You sound different. Is it just me? Yes, I now have a proper microphone, so you can tell just how bad I actually sound. I have a brand new microphone, brand new stand, big stand, so it's right in front of my face. So yeah, tell me if it sounds awful because I think it does. My old microphone was like a headset microphone, but it was actually a surprisingly good headset microphone. I didn't plan on that. I didn't plan on that. I just bought a cheap microphone, or I just bought a cheap headset, and surprised the microphone is actually awesome. But I don't know, maybe I just haven't set it up properly. Beautiful. Ah, well, aren't you just a kiss arse? All right. It's very strange, but best game direction is the exact same as best game of the year, best game direction. Yeah, they're why? What is the point? What is actually the point? Okay, whatever, doesn't matter. Mid. Hey, She-Man, there you go. And he's banned. Somebody banned that guy. Mods, ban that guy. Wait, I am the mods. Shit. Well, I'm too lazy, so we're not going to do that. Better than crap, at least. Fair enough. I'll take better than crap. That basically, hopefully, that is my entire channel. Is just better than crap. I'll take that. Right. So, game of the year is not what we're doing. Best game direction. What's actually the difference? Like, seriously, what is actually the difference? Screw it. I'll leave them both till last. Whatever. All right, best narrative, and already there are two that are the exact same. We have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Metaphor ReFantazio, Senua Saga, Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2. Let's not pick anything Elden Ring related. It shouldn't be here. Okay, fine. Since She-Man has already brought it up, let's discuss the elephant in the room. So in best game direction, for some reason, and in best game, we have this Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erdtree. Now, I have heard a rumor that the reason Shadow of the Erdtree is here, because Shadow of the Erdtree, for anybody who doesn't know, is a DLC for Elden Ring, and Elden Ring came out 2 years ago, so it shouldn't be here, is the argument. However, I've heard a rumor that the reason it's here is because there was a large group of critics who were desperately trying to get Dragon Age the Veilguard into this. And the reason Shadow of the Erdtree is here is in order to stop Veilguard from being in here. That makes a great deal of sense to me. Veilguard is a woke mess. And it does not deserve to be anywhere except for the Golden Razzies. If the Golden Razzies did video games. I've seen the dialogue, I've seen the gameplay. It's a shadow of what Dragon Age used to be. I've played the 3 other Dragon Age games, Origins, 2, and Inquisition. I played them all, really loved them all, and 4 just ain't it. 4 just ain't it. It's an absolute disaster. So, but it's a darling of critics. So the theory is that a bunch of critics tried to get Veilguard in order to screw over the casual gamer. And that's why this is here. Do I think that a DLC should be nominated for Game of the Year? No. No, it shouldn't. Actually, hang on a second. It should. Hold on a moment. Hold. Best ongoing. It's right there, people. It's in the name. Best ongoing. This, and it's not even nominated for here. This is where DLC should go if DLC should go anywhere. Best ongoing. But no, no, that's not the world that we live in. Instead, we live in the world. Neither should a remaster. Um, well, there are two, right? There's remasters and remakes. Remasters, which I believe Silent Hill 2 technically is Destiny isn't even ongoing. It finished its story 3 months back. Oh, really? I didn't realize Destiny was gone. Okay, interesting. I never actually played it. I probably should have tried it at some point, but I just never got around to it, I think. And also, I think at launch it was pretty poor. So yeah. Um. So yes, there's remasters and then there's remakes. Remasters basically just changes what the game looks like. Remakes change what the game feels like to play. Is kind of the difference in my head. I think the Silent Hill 2 is a don't. Okay, I'll bear that in mind. To be fair, I didn't really have any plans to. So, well, actually, I think that is on the list of games that I was thinking I could stream. But yeah, maybe I won't do that. So, I think Silent Hill 2 is technically a remaster rather than a remake. It's still having events, but it's not having any more story. Yeah, which is what ongoing means. True, 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 true. Um, so should this be here? Well, it shouldn't be in Game of the Year. I'll give it that. And honestly, probably not. Like this is best narrative. The narrative of this game was written 20 years ago, something along those lines. It's not new. It's not like representative of this year's gaming, the narrative in this year's gaming. So I think that this should not be here. Um, so yeah, that's what happened with Shadow of the Erdtree, by the way. And I think that I think we've now laid the groundwork, right? Remakes where the game is vastly different or vastly improved mechanically, I could see an argument there. What I've heard about Yakuza Like a Dragon is narrative is shit. Um, okay, let's continue on, shall we? Let's start with Like a Dragon. So the thing about Yakuza is that it has very much jumped the shark. It is Game of the Year will either be Wukong or Shadow of the Erdtree. I'll get some. I'll get some. Um, I think I anyway. I'll get some. So like a Dragon has very much jumped the shark. It is absolutely insane. It is batshit. The like a Dragon 7 is a isn't a brawler. It's a turn-based strategy game. And like the entire thing is crazy. So if the narrative of this is shit, I think I know why. And it's because it's absolutely crazy. Um, which I think a lot of people wouldn't appreciate. I think the people who do like a Dragon would in fact appreciate that level of crazy. But I think like a Dragon has always been an acquired taste kind of thing. Like I don't think it's for everybody. I don't think it's for the mainstream. But yeah, I can see why people wouldn't like it. Next we have, well, okay, I should also mention, because I kind of skipped a step. I haven't played any of these games. I will eventually play Infinite Wealth on stream. Currently, I am playing Yakuza 4. So eventually I will get around to playing Infinite Wealth on stream. It'll probably take about a year. I played through 0, 1, 2, 3, and halfway through 4 in the last 12 months, roughly. So probably this time next year, I'll be playing Infinite Wealth. So I haven't played that. I haven't played Metaphor ReFantazio. That is a game that I am seriously considering streaming after I finish Yakuza 4. So I usually do Yakuza something else, which is why it's taken me 12 months to get to 4. So I'm thinking that this something else could be Metaphor. There's a lot of games on that list, more than I can name, honestly, but it is a possibility. I love the Persona franchise. I've played 4 and 5, and 3 is on my list of games I definitely want to play. I'm thinking of streaming, but I don't know. I honestly don't know about that. Because I would want to platinum it, and in order to platinum Persona games, you usually have to pay attention to a guide of some kind. So I don't know about. I would definitely, if I did play 3, I would want to platinum it on my own time. So I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, I'm very very interested in Metaphor. So hopefully I'll play that eventually. Silent Hill. I'm not a fan of horror games. Senua Saga. I don't know. There. I saw the first one came out, and it looks good-ish. It looks okay. Well, actually, visual-wise, just pure visuals, it looks pretty amazing, to be fair. But I don't know, it didn't really catch me, you know? I just kind of bypassed it and moved on to other things. So, I honestly didn't even know this one came out. Uh, so yeah, if I was gonna play Senua Saga, I would play the first. Let's do Like a Dragon, just for the pure fact it's the only one you're guaranteed to going on stream. Fair. But then there's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is a remake, not a remaster, and it vastly changes the gameplay mechanics. I haven't played it either, but the thing about this remake is I disagree with its existence. I don't like the I don't like what they're doing with the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth remake stuff. It really the fact that they're changing the story, like if they wanted to do a remake well, they should have just changed the combat and changed the visuals and left the story the way it was. But they are vastly changing the story. Like to the point where it's basically two completely separate things. So I completely disagree with that. I'm not a huge fan of Final Fantasy. I've played 3 of them, if you include 4 of them, if you include Final Fantasy 14. Um, and yeah, I'm really not a fan of where they're going with that. So it's between these two, and hmm, yeah, I'm not going to be voting for either of them. These are both games I really want. I'm going to do this just because I love Persona so much. I absolutely adore that series. I really like Atlas and the way they do things. And when it comes to narrative, like I said, Yakuza is very much an acquired taste, or just kind of a game that people I could understand people just not wanting, you know? So I'm going to go with Metaphor. I think it has a better chance. I think that the winner is probably going to be best narrative. It's probably going to be Final Fantasy. I'd say the best narrative is going to be Final Fantasy, but I'm going to go for Metaphor because I think that, like, if Atlas do anything perfectly, it's narrative. They are masters of a story. So we're gonna go with that. Uh, Share your vote. Download card. Best narrative. Okay, whatever. Best art direction. Okay, we have Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erdtree, which is disqualified. Metaphor ReFantazio, and Never Have I Ever. Can I see it on Steam? I can. Okay, what does this look like then? So this is pure art direction. Ooh. Ooh, that's very pretty. 2D, okay. It's kind of uh, it's very simplistic. Ooh, it's very simplistic, but like in a very good way. It really Ooh. This is kind of giving Limbo. Oh, now it's giving Ghibli. Forget Limbo. That's pure Studio Ghibli right there. That's really cool. I like that. I really, really like that. Huh. Oh yeah, I forgot that game existed. Yeah. I didn't know it existed. Never have I ever. That's very, very pretty. Okay, I can see why that's nominated. Um, let's see. Metaphor Refantasio. Okay, so it's not going to be Astrobot. Um, what makes Astrobot so fantastic is mechanics. Like mechanically, it is a tremendous 3D platformer. I haven't played. I've played none of these games, um, but that's where its that's where its appeal comes from. Now it is a good-looking game, and it has some really cool, um, what's it called, physics to it. Like you push like I've seen clips where you like push multiple balls and they kind of like move out of your way in realistic ways and stuff like that. And it it does look good, right? It does look good, but it's not its appeal. It is not its appeal. Um as for metaphor, let's take a look at that. Why not? Oh, did not mean to do it. Misclicked. Metaphori Fantasio. Ooh, jeez. Okay. They already. Yeah, they do that. That's one of the things I'm not a huge fan of Atlas about. They put in a bunch of like cosmetic DLCs right off the bat. Holy. Well, that's including the game, but that's a lot of. Yasogami is Persona 5. Hang on, can I name them? Gekukan, I think is 4, or is that 3? It might be 3, but I don't. Oh, Juin, that's 4, yeah, and Gekukan is 3, isn't it? And then those are both 1 and 2, but I've never played one or 2. Never seen anything about it. But anyway, sorry, got sidetracked. Let's go back all the way here. So yeah, I don't even know how to describe this art style, if I'm being perfectly honest. It looks. Okay, so the cutscenes look like an anime, straight up look like an anime. That is just straight up an anime. But gameplay, it's like a storybook kind of. It almost looks like everything is made out of paper. It looks so cool. And here we get some fights as well. I mean, yeah, it looks absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I have to say, one of the most jarring things, average Persona games, yeah. One of the most jarring things about this, though, is that the Persona games have a color scheme. Um, like, Persona three's color is blue, 4's was yellow, 5's is red, and spoiler alert, but I think 6's is going to be green. Um, but it's like average Persona like art style, but without that aspect, without the color aspect. So it's almost like its color is like silver, is kind of the vibe I get. It's very strange. But yeah. Oh, that's loud. Okay. Let me just do that real quick. Just so you guys can't hear it anymore. Yeah, every time I click on it, it's okay. That's annoying. Um, yeah, it looks great. It looks absolutely fantastic. 10 out of 10. Next we have Black Myth Wukong. You might want to put this on the list. It is definitely on the list. So here's the thing about Black Myth Wukong, okay? Now, look, I'm just going to say this the once, because I don't like being political. If you want to listen to somebody be political, there's way more informed people out there. Um, so you should not listen to me. But China, right? West Taiwan. I just cannot support them. Black Myth looks good, but I don't think it should be here. Interesting. I think it looks pretty good. Um, I cannot support West Taiwan. It's kind of, for me, it's kind of like veganism. Um, I a good vegan, they you a good vegan will just be vegan and they won't explain. Uh, I'm just going to be like that. I'm just going to be like, yeah, I don't support China, and I'm just not going to explain. So we're just because like you don't want to hear me explain that shit, and if you did, then you should probably listen to somebody else explain it. So I have never played Black Myth. I have no intention of playing Black Myth, and down with the CCP. So anyway, it is now between these two, and honestly, Neva is giving some serious competition. That did look pretty amazing. But I am definitely biased towards Atlas is the problem. Um so in order to vote for Neva, I would have to overcome that bias. And I don't know if I have the strength in me. I don't, especially since it looks so good. Like it's a genuine contender. I'm trying. I'm trying to overcome the bias. I am. Like objectively speaking, I think that Neva does look just stunning. I think it looks like a fantastic, beautiful game. Okay, I shouldn't say fantastic, but it does look like a beautiful game. It's oh, it's not going to win. Neva isn't going to win. I'm sorry, it's just not. Honestly, probably Shadow of the Earth Tree is going to win. So I'm going to give my vote to my bias, and in the hopes that it does actually win. Sorry, I'm sorry, Neva. You do look amazing, but we're going to go with Metaphor. Oh, for heaven's sake, why is it the same games over and over again? Jeez, maybe this year does suck for video games. So, best score and music. We have Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor ReFantasio, Silent Hill 2, and Stellar Blade. Honestly, a little bit surprised that Stellar Blade isn't. Bro, trying so hard to vote for Neva. He's saying it's up. It was more like I was trying so hard to not vote for Metaphor. So difficult. And once again, like I haven't played any of these games. Stellar Blade is on the list of games I want to play. However, there is a lot of controversy about Stellar Blade among the more annoying part of the internet. So just because of that, I might not play Stellar Blade. Um, just because I don't want to entice those arseholes into my stream. I'd rather entice her arsehole into my stream, but we're not going to talk about that. So really, this is just a vibe check, more or less. I have absolutely no way of. I have absolutely no way of deciding. So we're just going to go with my. We're just going to go with my default. I think Metaphor is just going to be the default for this entire thing. Okay, more best audio design. Okay, more that I haven't played. We have Astrobot, Call of Duty. Best audio design, Call of Duty. I mean, there's only so many ways you can go pow. You can go boom, you know? Pew pew. Like, what is that even doing here? Is this just the one category that where they're like, we need to get Call of Duty in here. We have to. They've paid us so much money to get Call of Duty in here. And now so they just threw it in here just to get the monies. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2. Again, vibe check more than anything else. This is kind of pathetic, to be perfectly honest. I should, do you know, maybe I should have actually gone through these beforehand, just to check if I actually had things to say about them all. That might have been a decent idea. I played a couple of matches of Black Ops, and I must admit, it did have very good sound design. Interesting. I'm sorry, but I cannot vote for Call of Duty for anything. I really can't. Call of Duty is one of those games where the casuals in Ireland will always buy it. It's always Call of Duty and FIFA. If you want to know a casual gamer, they are playing those. If you want to spot a casual gamer, they are playing those. So I know it's gatekeeping. I know, I understand, but at the same time, I don't care. I cannot vote for Call of Duty. I just can't. I refuse. It definitely won't win this, but I will admit it would be a better contender if it wasn't against certain other games in this category. Yeah, true. Final Fantasy is probably going to win this, hands down. Um, Maybe Silent Hill. Horror games are more popular than I would give them credit for. So I'd say that that would have a decent chance. Personally, I'm going to go with Astrobot. Just because look at the look on his face. Look at the look at his cute little robotic face. He looks so adorable. How can you not vote for him? Alright. Best performance. Okay, we're no Shadow of the Erdtree this time. For voiceover acting, motion, and/or performance capture, we have Brianna White for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hannah Tell for Life is Strange Double Exposure, Humberly Gonzalez for Star Wars Outlaws. What the hell is that doing here? Luke Roberts for Silent Hill 2, and Melina Jurgens for Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. So I wouldn't play any of these games. I will never play a Life is Strange game. Screw Life is Strange. I hate Life is Strange 1. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Before Danganronpa 3, it was my least favorite game of all time. Then Danganronpa 3 showed me just how much I can despise a video game. But no, I will never ever play a Life is Strange game. So sorry, Hannah, you ain't getting my vote. I was just playing Star Wars Outlaws a bit back, like 10 minutes back or so. Very good voice acting. Well, once again, you're picking out the ones that I just refuse on a visceral level to vote for. I cannot in good conscience give it to Star Wars Outlaws. Star Wars Outlaws almost bankrupted Ubisoft. Like, that's how bad the Star Wars Outlaws situation was. Like, it kicked Ubisoft's teeth in. And I cannot vote for that. I cannot vote for that. And of the other three, I know basically nothing. Basically nothing. Do you know what? Luke, I'm giving it to you just because you're the only bro here. I'll give it to my bro. Why not? Innovation in accessibility, recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. Well, I guess they shoehorned it in somewhere. That is not getting my vote. That is not getting my vote. That's actually a surprisingly good game that not many people really paid attention to, including me. But because I was never really a Prince of Persia fan. I like the movie. I'm probably one of the only people in the world who like the Prince of Persia movie with Jake Gyllenhaal and what's his name? What's his name? Kingsley? Ben Kingsley? Is that his name? Outlaws was terrible for Ubisoft, but the game is actually quite good. Okay, Diablo, I cannot vote for that either because Blizzard. Screw Blizzard. I hate them. Black Ops, I cannot vote for that. Wait, this is Call of Duty, Blizzard, Veilguard, Outlaws, and double Ubisoft. Like, I hate all of these. Like, I don't want to vote for Ubisoft. Do you know what? Screw it. I would rather vote for Call of Duty than Ubisoft. We're going for Call of Duty. Why not? Games for impact. For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. Well, I'm now glad that I didn't vote for Neva. Yeah, I know none of these games. Yeah. Why am I not surprised that Life is Strange is in this? No, screw this category. I refuse. I'm not voting in this. You can all bugger off. Best Ongoing, awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Hey, now you can vote for Neva. I could. I'm not going to, but I could. Destiny 2, which is apparently not ongoing. Diablo, which I'm not going to vote for. Final Fantasy 14, okay. Helldivers 2 and Fortnite. We could update like every 2 weeks. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so it's not going to be Helldivers 2 because there was a decision towards the start of Helldivers 2 lifespan where in order to play Helldivers 2, we have literally 90% of fiction. All right? In order to play Helldivers 2, you needed to have a Sony PlayStation account, which doesn't sound too bad. They are free until you remember that there are many, many countries in the world that you cannot actually get a Sony account to play. Now, so that basically just kicked half of their player base out of the game. Now, I don't know if that's been pulled back or not. I don't know if they kept on keeping on with that policy. But if they did, then that's a seriously stupid idea. So it's not going to be that. It's not going to be either of those two. So it's between Final Fantasy and Fortnite. I think it did get pulled back. Okay. Well, that's good anyway. That's good. But yeah, I'm still not going to vote for it. To be fair to everybody, I am technically a Sony fanboy. I play on my PS5 almost every day. I love my PS5. But so when I say that that's really dumb and I cannot support it, I mean something. Let's think. Final Fantasy updates game every 3 months. Fortnite does it every week. Yes, but the idea is that Final Fantasy, when it updates the game, it updates it with a large amount of content. Fortnite will update it and put in like a skin or put in some, I don't know, something. They'll put in something small, but they'll do it very often. Whereas Final Fantasy will put in big story updates every 3 months. So that's kind of the idea. And honestly, like She-Man, I know that you love Fortnite, and I appreciate that. But honestly, like Final Fantasy, I've actually played. This is one of the few Final Fantasy games that I've actually played, and it's fun. I didn't really get super into it. I'm not really sure why. There'll be like 10 skins, probably 7 weapons. Occasionally new modes, so it's not a small update. Well, it's still all cosmetic, is the thing. Like, occasionally a new mode. Yeah, what? Every 3 months. So that's what I mean. Like, they'll do cosmetic updates every week, but Final Fantasy will do huge game-changing updates every 3 months. And I prefer that model. And also, I've just simply played this game. So I'm just going to pick the game that I've played. It's really that straightforward. Honestly, I should probably give Fortnite a try. There's probably a reason why it's so popular. What about the weapons events as well as all of the matter updates and tournaments that Fortnite does? It's not just cosmetic. Fair enough. She-Man, you'd know better than I would. I'm sure like you can feel free to cast your own vote. I will not stop you, and I will not tell you you're wrong. So yeah, I honestly I probably should give Fortnite a try, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of multiplayer games. It's as simple as that. So it probably has like a bunch of reasons why it's so popular, but I'm gonna go for Final Fantasy because I played it. I have actually played it, so yeah. Best community support, recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates / patches. Why is that game there? No, but seriously though, why is that game there? Wait, why is that game there? What? What is ex- recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness? It doesn't. I suppose it doesn't say anything about like it being time sensitive, but that came out last year, 2 years ago. I don't know, one or the other. That came out like 10 years ago. Like, okay, um, fair. Uh, what do you want? I'm just going to try. What? I know I just said you can vote for what you want, but Fortnite community is the best community I know. I know nothing about the other four communities though, so you're gonna have to give me some insight on that. Okay, so Helldivers 2. Like I said, they have some of their updates have been hit and miss. So I'm this is best community support, right? I'm actually kind of stunned. Um, that kind of just got rid of every thought I had in my head. The fact that Baldur's Gate can win Game of the Year, a Game of the Year award a year after it came out. And then No Man's Sky. Okay, so the thing about No Man's Sky, right, is that it came out about 10 years ago and it was completely lambasted by everybody in the know. Um, I didn't mind it. It was okay. Gives it is ridiculous, but Helldivers does good community support as well. Fair enough. Um, the thing is that like everybody hated No Man's Sky. That people were saying that it was a scam. People were saying that it was the worst game ever. It had a lawsuit or two against it for lying. Um, that was because of a bunch of different reasons. If you want to know more, the Internet Historian has a fantastic video about No Man's Sky, which I would highly recommend you watching just purely because it's entertaining. Um, so Fortnite is the best for communities because it does actively listen to its community. Yeah, fair enough. But the thing about No Man's Sky is that like over the years, they never stopped. They just never stopped. They kept updating it over and over and over and over and over. Why do I keep clicking that? No Man's Sky. Let me take a look at something. So No Man's Sky. When was the last time this was updated? Where does it even say that? I don't know. Feeling very positive. Recent events. Expedition Reduxes are now on. That was what 4 days ago. See all updates. Uh, no, that's reruns. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I mean, this is all just community events, right? This is all just community events. Oh, that's the new game that they're bringing out. They're doing dragons this time. Dragon these nuts, and you can basically fly around the entire world on a dragon, which is basically Ark. Oh, it does look nice though. Um, PS5 Pro, no. Like they do a lot of stuff. The Cursed Expedition, October 23rd. That looks like it's main story. Ooh, he's an ugly. Um, so yeah, they even 10 years after it came out, it's still it's still going. 2016, 8 years. It's absolutely nuts. It's completely cracked. So that's probably why that's there. I have no idea why Baldur's Gate is here though. Like it was super well received. It was Game of the Year, and I guess they have been updating it, but Fortnite's only been out for 7 years, so that's not really much of a difference. That's true, actually. Honestly, I didn't even consider that. Um, but yeah, because Fortnite is like a multiplayer game, in my head it's just constantly ongoing. But yeah, Fortnite is old at this point as well. So I suppose what was the previous one? Best ongoing. Right, that was okay, fair enough. Um And this, yeah, honestly, the only one that came out this year was Helldivers 2, which is honestly kind of funny. I'll give it to No Man's Sky. I like the story of No Man's Sky. Like, not the story in game, but the meta story of, like, the company and the game and, like, how the game was made and how they keep updating it and brought it back from the junkyard that it was in to something that is to something that is like fantastic. It's really just great. To be fair, just for the record, and the reason why I found it so hard to bring out my words just there, it's not my kind of game. They made it a lot very base buildy, and you're supposed to like take a patch of land and make it into your own metropolis kind of thing, which is not my kind of. It's not what I like. I actually would have preferred it if it was more about exploration. You playing Ark could be funny. One of the games that I'm thinking of playing next after Yakuza 4, along with Metaphor, is Pal World. So I wouldn't play Ark, I'd play Pal World instead. But I don't know. I don't know. I have so many games I want to play. We'll see. We'll just see. I kind of want to play Pal World before it gets sued into oblivion, which it might. Um, Right, best indie game for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. We have Animal Well, interesting. Balatro, which is a Game of the Year nominee. Let's be honest, Nintendo will lose. Hopefully. You would hope that Nintendo would lose. But it's entirely possible that they won't. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. That is one hell of a name. Hold on. That is an amazing name. Never, never have I ever. And UFO 50. Okay, we're gonna have to look at some of these. So we all know what Balatro is. It's kind of like a puzzle strategy, poker kind of game. Let's take a look at Animal Well. Animal Well. What do we have here? Oh, wait, hold on. Who made this? Billy Basso. Big Mode. Is this the one that was made by... I think I heard about this when it first came out, I think. This was made, I believe, by like a friend of PewDiePie, was it? Um, it was made entirely by one person, and it was made in like Linux or something like that. So it's or not Linux, sorry. It was made. I can't remember the name of it. Uh, but yeah, it basically it's it's basically the size of like a large picture. It's like it's like a couple of megabytes in size. It does look absolutely insane. It looks completely crazy. Okay. Lorelei. Lorelei and the hmm? And the laser eyes. Nope. Uh, did I spell it right? Lorelei. There it is. I guess I didn't. Oh, I think I had an A instead of this E. Okay. Lorelei and the laser eyes. Ooh. Okay. Was this a mystery, like a whodunit kind of thing? Puzzle game? Okay. It looks pretty cool. The black and white art style is quite nice. Maybe I will put on this. Why not? It's definitely interesting. Oh, I'm kind of getting Superliminal vibes from this, though. Do you remember? Yeah, I don't know. It looks Mm, yeah, I don't know. I think that I prefer, so far I prefer Animal Well. I'm gonna have to, I know what Balatro looks like. I'll have to factor in Balatro later. We've seen Neva, so let's go with UFO 50 and see. Oh, 50. I mean, let's be fair here, right? Balatro is probably going to win. Is probably going to win this best indie game since it is also up for best game. Okay, what? Wait. Explore a library of 50 games. Oh, okay. I thought it was all one thing. All right. So it's like one of those it's like one of those things that they released a bunch of in the 90s where you buy like a controller and the controller has video games on it and they're all just like mini games like this. Although some of these look pretty fleshed out, which is mildly impressive. You have succumbed to Zoldath. No, never succumb to Zoldath. No. Alright, that looks okay. I mean, it's not really a game though, let's be honest. It's 50 games. They did kind of pad out the numbers there. It's like, would you rather play Balatro or 50 Balatros? Yeah! A video game or 50 video games. So I'm going to disqualify them just because it's not actually a video game. It's actually many video games. So between Animal Well and Balatro, do you know what? Screw it. Let's look at Balatro. Let's just take a quick look. Balatro is a game that I was actually thinking about playing myself on stream eventually. See, here's the thing. It's very difficult to actually tell what's going on. It's probably the main reason why. So it's based around poker. It's based around poker rules where you're looking for all the same suit, 4 of a kind, flushes and straights and all that stuff. But like, then there's a point system, and it's a deck builder as well. It's incredibly difficult to get into. And then there's a bunch of Joker type cards. It's very difficult to tell what's actually going on just from a casual glance. I'm sure that it's kind of like the Matrix, where if you actually get into the game, you will figure out you'll figure out over time. Like it'll gradually get more and more complex, but you'll get a deeper understanding as time goes on. So I don't know. I'm really so it's really hard to judge it from an outsider's perspective. Like, in order to actually figure out like if you like this game, I feel like you would actually have to play it. So I don't know about that one. I really don't know about that one. I don't know why I came back here. I didn't need to. Whatever. So I'm gonna give it to Animal Well, because I think that that's a game that I can see what the game is trying to do. I can see where it's going. Best debut indie game. The Plucky Squire. Ooh, Pacific Drive. That's an interesting one. Manor Lords, The Plucky Squire, Pacific Drive, Animal Well, and Balatro. So I'm guessing Balatro will probably win this one as well. Pacific Drive is really interesting. It's a game where you basically have a car. You have a station wagon, and you need to go towards the light, I think. But the car gets beaten up, it gets damaged, and you have to repair it. You have to keep this thing on the road, and you get to and it's basically an apocalypse scenario. Scavenge, craft, maintain. It does look really, really cool. And you can customize it the way you want to customize it as well. There's probably like different builds you can do if I had to guess. Like a build where you're like super fast, or a build where you have more armor and all that stuff. It does look really cool. It does look really, really fun. What else is there? The Plucky Squire. Right, I know the Plucky Squire. The Plucky Squire is it's both a 2D and a 3D game. The characters go in and out of the storybook that they're in, if I remember rightly. And they like run around on the desk rather than just being a part of the story.
Welcome to the land of Mojo.
Land of Mojo.
The Plucky Squire and his friends, Violet, Thrash, and Pip.
Hey, Pip! I like Pip. Pip is my favorite.
Villainous sorcerer, Humgrump.
No, not Humgrump.
The
It's very charming.
adventures of their realm, and even
Yeah, there you go. I know it's a 3D platformer.
Jock finds a whole new world to explore with dangers.
And it's actually very similar to, what was the name of the game? The one where you play as a couple going through a divorce.
The two realms, if they are to save their beloved land, is
The
direful.
Two of Us? No. I don't remember.
The page and into adventure.
Yeah, it definitely looks cool. I can definitely see the appeal. Manor Lords is actually, I believe, on my Steam wishlist. And it has been for a while. I think the reason why it's here is because it came out of early access, if I had to guess. I'm pretty sure that this has been on my wishlist for a long time. Oh, is it actually a... Is it actually a, like, city builder? It's been on my wishlist, but my wishlist has like 300 games in it, so give me a break here. Oh, it is a city builder. Oh, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, I like that. You just zone residential. Kind of like city skylines, rather than placing individual houses. That's quite nice. And it means that the engine can make it look interesting, so it's not all just square blocks, which is a problem that stuff like Anno has sometimes, where the most efficient way of doing things is just square, just always be square. Huh. Gather your forces. I can't read that either, by the way, just in case you were wondering. Spread your influence. Wait, is this the player attacking or is it the player defending? Well, either way, it's kind of cool. That's something that's oh, the player can attack. Okay, cool. Yeah, that looks really cool. I'm glad it's on my wish list. Is it on sale? Is it on sale? Oh, it's still in early access. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, listen. I should probably talk about that at this point. I never play games in early access. I don't like early access as a system. I think it's very lazy, and it's basically just it comes from the days when companies would go on oh, I can't remember the name of it, like Patreon or something. Anyway, it's basically just a way for companies to make a game but be paid the money. And I hate it. I hate that idea. Finish the damn game, get it out the door, then I will pay for it. Then I'll pay for it. Do not ask me to pay for a game, then make it. I only did that once, where I paid for a game that wasn't... Twice. Where I paid for a game that wasn't finished yet. The first time was Kingdom Come Deliverance, and the reason for that one was because the people who did that had a clear goal, where the money that they raised wasn't actually to make the game. The money that they raised was used as used as an incentive to find investors, and then the investor, in order to say, look, this many people want to play this game, and then the investors actually front the money, front the real money. So I really like that system. So that one I didn't mind. And then the second one was Stormgate. And the reason why for Stormgate was because I trust the pedigree of the people who make Stormgate. They're all veterans of Blizzard, and specifically like StarCraft and Warcraft. So I know that they are going to make a fantastic game. And I have played the alpha. I played a good chunk of the campaign. I don't think I've finished the campaign, even for what was available to me. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun enough. But anyway, so Manor Lords is out. It's not actually released yet. It's out. It's not released. It's out of the running for my vote. For my vote is what I'm saying. So best debut indie game. I'm very tempted to give it to Pacific Drive, to be perfectly honest. That does look really, really cool. Of all of them, I'm probably most likely to enjoy Pacific Drive. So I'm going to give it to that. I think that, once again, Balatro is going to win. But, you know, whatever. Best mobile game. We have AFK Journey, Balatro, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. Alright. Never heard of that. Wuthering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero. Alright, so Zenless Zone Zero is Hoyoverse. Hoyoverse is from a particular country. We're not doing that. AFK Journey. I don't know if Lilith is from a particular country. But I did actually play a lot of AFK Arena for a long time. But then I intentionally just put it down, just stopped playing it. I wasn't making enough progress, and it was just becoming a chore. So it's interesting that they made AFK Journey after I already left. But I'm not really interested. Then Wuthering Waves, I've never heard of. Let me see here. What is Wuthering Waves? Okay, so it's not on Steam. Oh yeah, it is a mobile game, fair enough. So it's probably gacha and all that stuff. That's true. Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket is interesting. It's definitely an interesting option, but I'm just going to give it to Balatro because I know in my heart of hearts that this doesn't have microtransactions. I can't stand microtransactions, I never could. So let's go with the game that doesn't have microtransactions, huh? It's a rarity in popular mobile games, but yeah. Best VR/AR. Okay, we have Arizona Sunshine Remake, Asgard's Wrath 2, Batman Arkham Shadow, Metal Hellsinger VR, and Metro Awakening. Okay, so this is VR, which means I don't care. Let's just move things along very, very quickly. I genuinely don't care about VR. I never really did. I think I'm going to give it to Metal Hellsinger because I have heard good things about the PC games that they do for Hellsinger. And I don't know how I feel about Arkham Shadow. Yeah. So I'm just going to give it to Metal Hellsinger. Best action game. We have Black Myth Wukong, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, and Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. Alright, so 2 of these are already out. three of them technically. Of these two, okay, so of these two, there's only one game that I'm actually interested in playing. It's Stellar Blade. I've never been a huge fan of Warhammer 40k. If I were to get into Warhammer, it would just be Warhammer, like the fantasy, swords and sorcery thing. That I really like in Total Warhammer. I really don't like the whole giant suit of armor aesthetic. It really annoys me. It's like all these people are the same. None of them matter. They're all just genetically engineered clones or whatever. They're completely without personality. Even if this guy has forgotten his helmet somewhere, I'm sure he's gotten a citation for losing his helmet. So, no, I really am interested in Warhammer 40k. And, like, when you say that, when I say that, people have a tendency of being like, oh, well, what about the orcs? You know, they're so powerful psychics that if they believe something is true, then it is true. So they paint all their ships red because red makes things go faster. Isn't that interesting? Honestly, yes. But here's the thing. How many models do the orcs have? I don't know the answer to that question. How many models do the Marines have? I don't know the answer to that question, but I can tell you this. It's probably around 5 times the size of the orcs. Like, it's... If you want to say that Warhammer 40k has an interesting and diverse cast of potential characters, maybe they should try using some of them. If you look at any Warhammer 40k, anything, it's giant guys in blue suits. That's it. Find me a Warhammer 40k game that doesn't involve any Marines. Try. You're gonna fail, but you can try. It might be a fun little thing for you to do. I'm not going to, but you can. So, yeah. No. So I'm gonna go with Stellar Blade, because it's the only game there that I actually want to play. Best Action Adventure, we have Astrobot, Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. Silent Hill 2 is not an action or an adventure game. It is not. It's a horror game. What is that doing there? Star Wars Outlaws and The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is not an action game. I mean, granted, it is probably an adventure game, but that's a puzzle adventure game, if anything. It's not an action game. So those two are out. That's a platformer. That's a 2D platformer. It's not an action or... It's not... This one could be an adventure game, but it's not an action game. This one could be an action game, but it's not an adventure game. It's literally a 2D platformer. You cannot have a 2D adventure game. That just doesn't work. The adventure is go left, right, up, or down. That's it. So no. No, 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 no. For completely different reasons. We're going Astrobot. And if that doesn't win that category, then somebody is screwed up. Best RPG, we have Dragon's Dogma 2, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor, ReFantazio. Okay, so when I think of RPGs, see, the thing is that RPG is a very, very broad term. Obviously, Shadow of the Erdtree is out. That should not be here. When I think of RPGs, it's a very broad term. Like if you think about it, something like something like a Dragon Infinite Wealth could technically be an RPG. The role is either you play as Kiryu or you play as this guy whose name I don't remember. and that's it. Like that's those are the roles that you get to play. Do you get to make choices as those people? No, no. It's the exact same story no matter who you're playing as or what happens. So you are playing a role technically, but it is a role on wheels. Um, it is a role on tracks, I should say. So I don't really agree with that. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Do you get to make choices in Final Fantasy VII? I don't think so. Pretty sure you don't. But then I think a JRPG, right? And Metaphor ReFantazio is a perfect example of a JRPG. But do you get to make choices in Metaphor? Probably not either. Like this one, Dragon's Dogma 2 is the only, well, okay, and technically Elden Ring, but we're not talking about that. Is the only one where you get to actually choose the role that you play. The others, you are forced into a role, and you will be forced to play that role. But see, now I'm trying to, because like JRPGs are a thing. So now I'm trying to figure out, okay, so what's the difference between Metaphor and Like a Dragon? Why do I view this as an RPG and not this? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to come to a conclusion. Why do I think that? I don't know. I don't know. JRPG is an RPG, and it's very well established ever since like the 70s or something when Final Fantasy first started. 80s? I think it was late 70s, wasn't it? Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I honestly, this Dragon's Dogma 2 and Metaphor are the only ones that seem like RPGs. One is a classic RPG and the other is a JRPG. And I think I'm going to give it to the JRPG. I would like that category to be filled with games where you can actually choose your role, but whatever. Best fighting games. Okay, well, I know zero about fighting games. I try and avoid them whenever I can, to be perfectly honest. But we have Dragon Ball, Sparking Zero, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus Rising. I did actually play Grand Blue Fantasy Versus for a little while. I wanted to platinum it, but I didn't actually get around to it. It was fun enough. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, Arcade Classics. Arcade Classics, that's weird. No, I'm thinking of something else. Right. Multiverses. Right, I forgot that was a thing. And Tekken 8. Well, okay, I think that the one that's going to win is going to be Tekken. I think that's pretty solid. But I think I'm going to give it to the troll pick. I think I'm going to give it to Multiverses. Why not? I honestly don't know anything about fighting games. It's the games. That's the type of games I'm the worst at. So no. So best family is The Simpsons. Why do you ask? Also Astrobot, Princess Peach, Showtime. They should make more Simpsons games. Super Mario Party Jamboree. Really? They made a new Mario Party game? I didn't even hear. The Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom. And The Plucky Squire. Best family game. For the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. Okay, so let me see here. So first of all, Astrobot is actually out. Astrobot is out of the running here because Astrobot is based, like the entire appeal of Astrobot is based around nostalgia. It is a fantastic 3D platformer, and on its own, it could be like a fantastic game for a kid to play. But it is, if you don't recognize like Solid Snake or something like that, then yeah, you can probably have a good time with it. But the reason for this game is for the references and for the, oh, that's Crash Bandicoot. Oh, that's Solid Snake. Oh, that's I don't know, John video games. So Astrobot is actually out. And all of these, Nintendo, Plucky Squire. Wait, Peach had 2 video games come out this year? Because I know Echoes of Wisdom you play as Princess Peach. Wow. Okay, it's like her video games are like buses. You wait 30 years for your own video game, and then 2 come out once. All right, I'm just not gonna give it to Nintendo just because. Why are there so many Nintendos? So we're gonna give it to the Plucky Squire. It looks fun too. It looks like a fun game. Best sim/strategy game. Okay, well here we go. Age of Mythology Retold. Oh, that's new. Oh, okay. I guess it's like a remaster or remake of the original Age of Mythologies. I saw this on my recommendations. Very, very, very recently, like within the last week. I didn't realize that it was like a new release of an old game. Frostpunk 2, which I have been thinking about playing on stream. Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess. I'm going to look that up. Manor Lords, which has not yet been released, so no. And Unicorn Overlord. Unicorn Overlord, I have heard very good things about. I've heard very, very good things about. But I'm very curious about this. Kunitsugami. What exactly is that? Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess. Alright, what you got? Show me what you got. Okay. Wait, is it 2D or is it 3D? Wait, I thought this was supposed to be a strategy game. Oh, it's a tower defense game. By Capcom. Can I see some gameplay? Like, how does this work? So, like, there's a portal with a bunch of enemies. I suppose you, like, buy soldiers to send at the enemies or something? Hack and slash. Hack and slash tower defense. Action strategy. What? Yeah, I have no idea what this game is. Okay, so that's just confused me too much. Let me take a look at Unicorn Overlord. Real quick. Really? Wait, is it not on Steam? Oh, it's not on Steam. Huh. Okay. Unicorn Overlord. What is on? It's on Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox, but it's not on PC. Suck at PC gamers. Alright. So, let's see here. Trailer. Actually, let's go with gameplay trailer. Game overview trailer. Sure, screw it. Let's just go with launch trailer. Alright, so what exactly does this look like? Forever and
are suffering, crying out for whatever help will
right. Yes.
to those voices. I would have little and less claim to the crown I feel is mine. That, and I owe it to my mother to see them safe. We march to vanquish Galerius and free all nations of Fevra.
Yeah, it's very much a Fire Emblem type game.
The grand vision for yourself. You will charge ahead knowing well the severity of our struggles.
As much as it hurts to admit it,
It does look really cool.
I was a threat to Zenoira on my own. I never deserved.
That's a lot of furry bait right there.
Now, take your stations.
These beasts have proven unfit to govern themselves time and time again.
I'm glad to have reached this conclusion.
Now then, the hour has come. There are those among Galerius's adherents
Okay.
who willfully
Okay, that looks pretty cool. What? Stop it. Go away. Yeah, Unicorn Overlord looks really, really cool. Frostpunk 2, I'm assuming, looks a lot like Frostpunk 1, which I did play, by the way. Not on the channel. It was long before I started streaming. So Kunitsugami is out because it's way too confusing. Age of Mythology, like, remaster, remake, it's out. Manor Lords hasn't been released yet, so that's out. So it's between Frostpunk 2 and Unicorn Overlord. Atlas. Published? Maybe. It's not actually made by Atlas. But it might be published by them. I think... What is this? Best Sim / strategy. Okay, if it was just purely strategy, then I would say not Frostpunk 2. Because I'd view that more as a sim. As a city builder. Rather than a strategy game. So I would have said that, but if it's both at the same time, which is honestly kind of silly, should be. I think Sim can manage one on its own, can manage a category on its own. But now there's serious competition, so either the Sim or the strategy. And I think I'm going to go with the strategy. Honestly, either of these two could win. I'm going to go with this. Why not? Best sport / racing. I don't care. Is that an option? I'll give it to WWE. Why not? It's not going to win, so I may as well give it to that. Best multiplayer. Okay, well, I think She-Man is long gone. But hey, here's your opportunity. We have Call of Duty, Helldivers 2, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, and Warhammer 40k. Warhammer 40k isn't a multiplayer game. It's a single player game. It might have a multiplayer like mode, but the exact same thing could be said for Call of Duty. But it's not a fully multiplayer game. Helldivers, Tekken 8, like, I wouldn't consider that multiplayer. I suppose multi does include 2. But for me, multiplayer should have more than 2 players. Like, it's just versus at that point, rather than multiplayer. Like, if you go into a game like that, what's it called? Mario Kart. Like, you're probably going to have, like, a mode that says versus and a mode that says multiplayer. I think I'm going to give it to Super Mario Party Jamboree. Because it is actually multiplayer. So why not? There's at least 4 of them. So that'll do. Best adaptation. Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles, Like a Dragon Yakuza. I'm never watching that. And Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft. I've seen screenshots of that. It does not look good. I'm not watching that because that would be cringe as hell. I tried to watch Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but wait, is that something different? Is there actually something called Knuckles? Like a TV show or something? Maybe. I tried to watch Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but I did watch Sonic the Hedgehog 1. But when I tried to watch 2, I didn't really... I think I lasted like 10 minutes, if that. I just really wasn't feeling it. Fallout, I have no intention of watching. Arcane, I loved Arcane Season 1. It was great. And the reason I haven't watched Season 2 is simply because when it comes to TV shows and stuff, I like to watch them all back to back. I like to binge them all in one go. And I hate, more than anything, because I hate waiting a week in order to see the next episode. So, I think Arcane is finished now, or Season 2 is finished now, or it's going to be finished soon. So, I'm going to be watching that. So I'm just going to give it to them. Why not? Most anticipated game. Interesting. I didn't realize this was an option. Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Oh, the baby grew up. Okay. Ghost of Yote, which already has a fair bit of controversy around it. Grand Theft Auto 6, which I will talk about. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, I thought that had already released. And Monster Hunter Wilds. Okay, so I'm not going to go into the controversy around Ghost of Yote. I'm not going to go into that, but I have doubts about it. So we're not going to... I'm just not going to talk about it, and I'm not going to vote for it. Death Stranding, I never played. I was thinking about playing it on stream, but I was thinking about playing it on stream, but I think that would be too boring to stream, to be perfectly honest. I am not a very entertaining person. So I need help when it comes to video games, not me trying desperately to, like, I'm completely moving the microphone, by the way, so if things sound weird, it's me adjusting. I'm kind of concerned that the microphone isn't staying where I put it. So yeah, I need help when it comes to video games, the video games I play, so I don't think that would help me. So I'm not really looking forward to Death Stranding 2. It does look cool. It does look cool. I saw the trailer with the guy with the guitar. That is... Oh, I can't remember his name. Very famous voice actor. I can't remember his name. But yeah, I've seen the trailer. It looks kind of cool. So if you like Death Stranding 1, feel free. Metroid Prime, I've never played a Metroid game. Ever. So yeah. And then Monster Hunter Wilds. Should be good, I think. I don't think I've heard anything particularly bad about it or anything. It should be fine. Okay, sure, it should be fine. But here's the thing. I want to talk about Grand Theft Auto 6. Because I'm worried about it. I'm very worried about Grand Theft Auto 6. I've definitely talked about this on stream before. 100%. But I'm going to do it again anyway. Because I like to hear the sound of my own voice. So, what's worrying me about Grand Theft Auto 6 is Rockstar in recent years have not been doing great. So first of all, there was the trilogy. A remake of 3, San Andreas, and Vice City, which got lambasted at launch because it looked awful and it was buggy as hell. That wasn't actually made by Rockstar themselves. That was made by a company that predominantly it was made by a company that predominantly makes mobile games. So they just brought them in to make the trilogy, and it didn't go well. But that kind of shows that Rockstar themselves aren't taking Grand Theft Auto seriously, really. If they were taking it truly seriously, then they would have done those remakes themselves, or made sure that the people that they brought in to do those remakes had all of the budget and manpower that they needed in order to make them properly good. So, that's number one. Number two is Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, the single player for Red Dead Redemption 2 was... I think it won awards. It was supposed to be pretty amazing. I've never been a huge fan of cowboys and all that stuff, so I played like an hour of Red Dead Redemption 1 and then got bored. So I never played 2, but apparently the single player was fantastic. The problem with Red Dead Redemption 2, though, is the multiplayer. The multiplayer got completely abandoned. They went for months without any updates. The updates that they made were anti-player and pro, what's it called? Pro microtransaction. And it got shut down very, very quickly. So that's number 2. Even if the game is very good, they can just shaft it because it didn't make billions. And that brings me on to problem number 3, which is Grand Theft Auto 5. And more specifically, Grand Theft Auto Online. When Grand Theft Auto 5 first released, the plan was for the single player to get a couple of DLCs. I think there were 2 or 3 planned. Then Online was released, and it blew the hell up. It makes Rockstar billions. Literal billions. And rather than continuing to work on the single player, which still made them millions, by the way, but it just didn't have the microtransactions to make bees. So they basically completely abandon single player in favor of just putting all of the content in the world into multiplayer. Which makes me kind of wonder, if they are investing into online so much, and the players themselves have invested into online so much, why would they put in a vast amount of effort for Grand Theft Auto 6 single player when they could just update Grand Theft Auto Online and make the G's? You know what I'm saying? You're picking up what I'm putting down? So yeah, I think honestly, that's the biggest reason. I think that I'm worried about Grand Theft Auto 6 mostly because I think that they are going to put all of their eggs into making Grand Theft Auto 6 online. And they're going to completely just neuter the single player campaign. Which is the only reason I would play a Grand Theft Auto game. I did try and play Grand Theft Auto Online. I got bored very, very quickly. It got to the point where I was literally just driving around and just like honking my horn in front of like random people I saw, bringing them to like shops and stuff and letting them like getting them to rob the place, and then being the getaway driver. Like, that was how I made my fun, and it didn't last for 5 hours. So yeah, I'm very, very, very worried about Grand Theft Auto 6. So I'm going to give this one to the one that I could very well see myself playing, and the one that I'm not worried about at all, and that's Monster Hunter Wilds. I have no worries about that game. I think Grand Theft Auto 6 is easily going to win that category, but yeah, I'm worried. Hopefully, I want to point this out. Hopefully I am wrong. I really, really want to be wrong with that. I would love it if Grand Theft Auto 6 was amazing. I would play the shit out of that. But I'm worried. So, yeah. So, Content Creator of the Year. No Akiara? But I'm a content creator. I'm making content right now. Oh. Queso, Ilojuan, Techo Gamers, Typical Gamer, and Usada Pecora. Typical Gamer? Have I seen stuff from him? Sure. Hang on a second. Typical Gamer. Have I seen stuff from him? Oh, no. I have not seen anything from him. No. I was thinking of somebody completely different. He's a Fortnite streamer. Okay. So yeah, I've heard of Queso. But that's it. I haven't heard of any of the other three. So I'm going to go with Pecora. Because I love Pecora. She's fun. I have no idea how she's here, to be perfectly honest. Like, okay, she does stream a lot. And she streams to, like, a lot of people. Like 30,000 plus. Just for a normal stream. But and she is a gamer. But it's still very strange that it's just some random Japanese rabbit. Like, do they not have anyone in, like, Hololive VN that they can put in here? I suppose a lot of them, like Gura, they've taken a lot of breaks this year. Yeah, they've taken a lot of breaks. There have been so many breaks, and some have even graduated, which we'll get onto shortly, I'm sure. So, yeah. I'm going to give it to the rabbit, just because she's the only one that I would absolutely watch clips of. I can't watch her stream because Japanese. But yeah, I would absolutely watch clips of her stream. 100%. Regularly. So, best esports game. We have Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends, and Valorant. Okay. So, problem. The only one of these that I have ever played was League of Legends. And I would rather vote for a pile of poo than League of Legends right now. I really hate that they put in kernel level anti-cheating. That's pretty disgusting, to be honest. I try not to jump on bandwagons. And I feel like that's the kind of thing that, you know, a couple of people, like Pirate Software or something, have made a big deal out of it. And in the hopes that people will jump on the bandwagon. But I try to avoid that kind of stuff. And I'll usually just say, that doesn't really matter. It doesn't make much of a difference. But honestly, that's a dangerous precedent. That's a very dangerous precedent. And I really, really don't appreciate it. So, I'm not going to vote for League of Legends. And of the others, I suppose I played like 3 games of Dota. I have no interest in playing Valorant or Counter-Strike, and I'm pretty sure that that's just... Well, maybe... Well, it's Riot Games versus Mountain. I don't know. Then I've never heard of that, so I'll just put it in Dota. Why not? Screw it. Best esports athletes. 33. Alex Sib, Chovy, Faker, who I have heard of, Zaiwu, and Zinjbi. I've heard of Faker. We'll go with that. Best esports team. Billy Gaming, Gen G, Na'Vi, T1, and Team Liquid. I'm gonna go for the Dota team. Why not? Player's choice. 3 rounds, 3 chances to vote. Interesting. Okay. So, I think that's it then. That is everything except for Games for Impact, which I am not going to do, and Game of the Year and Best Game Direction. Can I think of a major difference between Game of the Year and Game Direction? Okay, I can. Hang on. We're cooking. Game Direction. How complicated is a game to make? Right? So in order for it to be great game direction, it needs to have a lot of moving parts, it needs to have a lot of different possibilities and different characters to keep track of. It needs to it needs to show off just how good the director was, that he was able to pull all of the strings together and show a cohesive vision for the video game. Okay? I think that that's pretty good. And then best game is just more fun. Which one's the most fun? So, Black Myth and Shadow of the Erdtree are out by default. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is basically out by default as well. I really don't like how they handled the story there. Balatro, Astrobot, or Metaphor? Well, if you're talking about purely how complicated a game would be to put together, it has to be Metaphor, right? Just look at this cast of characters. It's a giant, sprawling, open world with a huge narrative and complex characters with a relatively complex combat system. Balatro, the art style is very simplistic, very straightforward, which is a good thing. But that's all it is. It's just a table. That's it. The music, I'd imagine, is probably like bit tunes kind of thing. Like visually, it's not too complicated. I could probably make a Balatro clone of a reasonable standard. Reasonable, not nowhere near as good, but reasonable. And then Astrobot visually is very distinct. Is very Astrobot is visually very colorful, very bright, very vibrant. But gameplay wise, it's fairly straightforward as far as I'm aware. It's literally just a 3D platformer. You run around, you jump around, and maybe you get some extra special powers, but it's not that great. And I'm pretty sure that the main character doesn't even talk. So character-wise, you can do some stuff with physical characterization, but not too much. So yeah, from my rules of it being about like complexity and wrangling complexity, has to be Metaphor. Has got to be Metaphor. And finally, Game of the Year. So here's the thing. When I think of video games, I simply think video games just have to be fun. That's what a video game is. That's why I'm not clicking on Games for Impact. Because video games, you can use video games to tell a story. And that story can have meaning. It can have purpose. That is fine. But if the video game is not fun, then it shouldn't have been a video game. It should have been a movie, or a book, or a podcast, something. If something isn't fun, it should not be a video game. So that's why Games for Impact doesn't really apply, because just by the title of the category, those video games weren't made to be fun. They were made to I'm trying to think of the right word, to give across a point. Yeah, something like that. They were made to there we go. They were made to make a point. That's all. Just from the category name. I could be completely mistaken about that, but that is my reading. So which one is the most fun video game? Balatro, I don't think would be fun. Well, okay, it could be fun. There are different types of fun as well, by the way. Astrobot would be fun, in a childish sense of wonder, kind of chill and just explore kind of fun. Metaphor, actually in a think about things and make a point kind of fun as well. But it would be more strategic minded. That would be fun. Balatro would be very strategic minded, but I think it wouldn't be as fun. Quite simply, it would be more of a puzzle than fun. And puzzles can be fun, but I hope that you get what I mean, right? Like, an hour spent enjoying Balatro would be very different to an hour spent enjoying Metaphor. Even though they're both strategic-minded games. So I think Balatro is out. Because Metaphor would do strategy, but in a more fun way. So between Astrobot and Metaphor, childlike sense of wonder or my personal bias? Well, ladies and gentlemen, bias wins. Bias wins. Alright, so that is all of the 2024 nominees for Game of the Year. Download your vote card. I'm good, I think. So, alright, that was interesting. There weren't that many games, to be honest. Like, there were so many repeats. I'm actually very disappointed. Like, Metaphor was in so many, hang on. So, like, Metaphor, Final Fantasy, Elden Ring, Wukong, Balatro, Astrobot, all of them were in so many different categories. All of them. So, like, it's kind of crazy. The top 4 I have all Metaphor. Yeah. It's kind of sad. It really is. I'd like to have seen more Stellar Blade. But so much is either... Wait, how is Metaphor not in strategy? What? That's weird. So yeah, I guess this wasn't the best year in video game. It wasn't the worst either. I mean, some pretty awful things did happen in gaming as well, like Concord, Dragon Age the Veilguard, and a bunch of other things, so yeah, I suppose there wasn't that many great video games either, so I suppose, like, if you want to balance it out, like, this is probably a bad year for video gaming altogether. It could genuinely have been better. So that's a bit of a shame. It's a bit sad. Not gonna lie. But, oh well, it is what it is. So hopefully next year will be even better. Right, so next up, we have 2024 VTuber Awards, hosted by Fillion and Shy Lily. Two of my favorite streamers. So yeah, sadly, another year, the second year for VTuber Awards, and I haven't been nominated for any of them. I know, it's a shock, it's a horror, it's such a shame. But, you know, they just don't know what they're missing, you know? They just don't know what they're missing. So, let's do this. So we have the VTuber that excels in creating engaging and entertaining conversations with their fans, socializing, reacting, etc. We have Matara Khan, Cinder, Michi Mochivi, and Ceres Fauna. Ceres Fauna, just about 12 hours ago, 16 hours ago, has announced that she is graduating from Hololive in January, the start of January, which is a serious shame. She's the second one in like 2 days who's announced that they were leaving Hololive. The other being Chloe from JP Gen 6. So yeah, that's sad. That's a bit sad. But yeah, well, I wish her the best in whatever she does next, I suppose. She'll probably go back to her past life. Lemon something? I don't know. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame. So just on principle, I'm not gonna vote for Fauna. I'm not gonna vote for Fauna just on principle. I think if I click one of these buttons, yeah, it'll actually open intended for certain audiences.
other stuff, and then have another STD. Ah! No!
What? What was that about? What? Another STD? What?
Bad one! No!
Okay.
I need to keep this HDD for other stuff, and then have another STD. Ah!
HDD and STD. Okay. Okay, I understand. So we have Matara-kan, Cinder, and Michi. I'm not going to look at all of the clips. So Cinder, Michi. Honestly, I'm going to give it to Matara. Matara in her previous incarnation, at the Black Company, had a hell of a time, and she was my favorite member of there. I have a huge soft spot for Matara, and she's such a mom. She just loves yapping, and like she's so kind to her fans. She said once, and it's been quoted back a couple of times. Men are easy. You just need to be kind to them. And like in the current year, I feel like people need to remember that a little bit more. So I'm going to give it to Matara. Cinder is really great. My favorite clip of Cinder's is actually the one where it's actually not her. It's actually Numi reacting to Cinder when one of Cinder's mods put a bunch of Numi's voice pack into Cinder's so that the audience could make Numi say things on stream. It's so entertaining. It's so funny. Michi, she I think had a better time in her previous incarnation at the same Black Company, but yeah, she's another yapper. Man, I really need to watch her more, to be perfectly honest. I really need to watch her more. And then Fawn is so sad. Oh, Promise, jeez, Promise I've already lost 2. Ugh. I still miss Sana, man. I still miss Sana. Sana the Madonna. Sana Banana. There you go. So yeah, I'm gonna vote for Matara. How do I vote?
I need to.
Wait. Clear what? We may be experiencing some technical difficulties. Oh, there it is. Wait. Why does that square show up after I press shift? I click on the name, nothing happens. I press shift on my keyboard. Why is it doing that? I don't know. Let's just hope it all works. Clear. No. Okay, whatever. Oh, what happens if I do this? And I press clear, and then I press shift. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna have to press shift for everyone. Sure, okay. The best VTuber creating art-oriented content such as graphic design, digital art, animations, and more. We have Riora Panthera from Hololive, Ninamai Inanis from Hololive, Jariku, which I don't recognize the name of, and Apricot/Fruit. Who's Jariku?
I have no idea how long I've been wanting to make a VTuber model that's facing the other way. Just ass.
Just ass.
Respectfully. I have no idea.
Disrespectfully. We all know it's disrespectfully. But that's really cool. That is definitely really cool. I have actually been last live 6 minutes ago. I have seen her streams before. I've wandered in there every now and then. I remember now. No particular reason. so between them, Rayora is so new. She joined over the summer with the rest of Justice. Ina, what's the hub for Ina? So good.
You're doing great, Ina. Oh, thank you. Progress, Ina. Thank you.
So here's the thing. Ina is actually my Oshi. She's my Kamiyoshi. I love Ina. I do. She's such a fun person. Like, she's super like healing and quiet sometimes, and then other times she's a gremlin. Walona. She's amazing. I absolutely love Ina. So yeah, it's easily going to be Ina for me. Oh, why is this not working? Am I missing a button? No. I am not missing a button. Select the video. You don't have to pick for all categories. Feel free to skip. Wait, no? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Matara. Ina. What? I don't get this website. I think this website might be a little bit broken. Alright, I'm just going to ignore that and hope that it counts the votes later on or something. Wait, unless there's a submit votes. Why is that great? Oh. Okay. Let me see here. So Ina. Boop. Your favorite VTuber to watch playing FPS games such as Valorant, Overwatch, and Call of Duty. We have the Doki Bird, Shishiro Botan, Fruit/Apricot, and Kuzuha. Kuzuha I don't recognize. Let's see. Oh! I do actually recognize him. Wow, that's a lot of stuff I don't understand. Okay. So he plays Valorant. Great. Look. It has to be Doki. It has to be Doki. I was in the trenches the day, like, when I was in the trenches at the PL company, when the way that I got the way that I found Doki Bird, right, was when the mods went AWOL on her PL channel and started putting Doki Bird's name in the chat and saying support Doki Bird. That's how I got her channel name. It's by going to that chat, seeing the bullshit that was going on. No, seeing the dumpster fire that was going on, and getting it from the getting her URL from the chat in that stream. When she went on the break for a month. No, when she released the video on Christmas Day, I saw that video on Christmas Day. It was then privated very quickly, but I saw it. Or maybe I saw a re-uploaded version like the next day, something like that. But I saw it. Last cup of coffee. When she went missing for a month, I was there, like, I was there seeing the reactions and seeing like news people saying, talking about like how RPR talked about not being able to contact her and stuff like that. I was there. So, like, Doki Bird has had a shit, such a bad start to the year, just the worst start to the year possible. It's like she literally tried to tried to end her Minecraft let's play. So, and then she rose like a phoenix. Look, guys, Ina is my Oshi. She is. She's my Kami Oshi. I love her. But if Doki Bird's in a category, I don't think either of them share a category. I think this might be the last one Ina has. But if Doki Bird's in the category, she's winning that category. Like, she deserves everything. This chicken deserves absolutely everything. And I stan her. Alright. The VTuber with the best RP/ASMR content. We have Cottontail, Ceresfana, Shondo, Nene Amano, and Cinder. Cottontail I know, Fauna I know, Cinder I know. Shondo I'm pretty sure I know, but she's the goth.
Don't worry about getting woken up. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Everything is okay.
Is everything okay?
I'll keep you safe.
You'll keep me safe. You'll keep me safe.
And if you're a future person listening on YouTube, so don't worry about getting woken up. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Everything is okay. I'll keep you safe. I will.
He's gonna keep me safe. Best day ever. Yeah, I've seen some stuff with Shondo. I haven't really followed her particularly closely or anything. But she seems cool. She seems cool. To be honest, the ASMR stuff, never really been a fan of it. It does not give me chills like it does a lot of other people. Let's see. Do people really like this? I'm wearing headphones, by the way. Brand new headphones. Ew. Ew. Okay. I'm sure she's a nice person. That was pretty disgusting, but okay. I'm gonna give it to Cottontail, because Cottontail is insane.
It's not like I want you to stay or stick around or anything. Like, I would never want you to stick around forever. Never, like, never. I would never want you to stay by my side forever. I'll see you around, okay? We're gonna go raid Matara. We're gonna go raid Matara, okay? We're gonna say Fluffer raid, because you're my Fluffers. And you're my Fluffers, and you would never leave, right? You would never ever leave, right? Right? You never. I'm so glad you never leave. I'm so happy to hear that. Let's go raider, okay? I'll see you when I see you, okay? It's not like I.
Why do I suddenly feel like my life is in danger? Yeah, Cottontail's insane. Cottontail's absolutely insane. We're gonna go Cotton. Let me see here. The VTuber that creates the best music-oriented content. We have Morty Calliope, Bao, OB Katy Cat, and Suisei. So, if this doesn't go to California Girls, I'll be very disappointed. That's pretty cool. It's not California Girls though, so I'm disappointed. Obi Katy Cat? Vespertine Decay? I hate it when there's a huge lead up to a song. It's really annoying. respectable. Not my kind of music. But okay, fair. Honestly, Bao does do some good things. Bao does do some good things. California Girls. But it really is between Mori and Suisei, isn't it? It really is. And honestly, I gotta give it to Mori. She's the one that I've actually watched. So I think Suisei's most popular song is Stellar Stellar. I don't actually like Stellar Stellar. I know, it's sacrilegious. I genuinely just don't like that song. However, she did a version called The First Take, with The First Take, where it was her and a piano and a guitar. She wasn't on the piano and the guitar, that was somebody else. That was presumably two other people. Unless a particularly talented person, I suppose. That version I love. So, I guess that it's like how electronic or something the original Stellar Stellar is, but when you pair it back to just her amazing vocals and just the melody and the lyrics, amazing song. But it's just something about how electronic it is that I just really don't like, and honestly that may have put me off looking at the rest of her stuff. The fact that like that version is so not for me. But I listen to a lot of Mori stuff. I'm not the kind of person who goes out of his way to find new music. If good music finds me, then I'm more than happy to accept it. But I won't go out of my way. So like I think that Mori released her like third album this year or something like that. And it did very, very well. But I don't think I've actually listened to any of the songs on it. Unless some of the songs were old. Because, well, I like her stuff, but just not the kind of person who looks for that stuff. So, yeah, my favorite song of hers is Live Again, or Live Again. I really like that song. It's great. So yeah. Oh wait, no, hang on. Yeah, I think it is. The VTuber pushing the boundaries on VTubing tech to new limits. Vidal, Doobie 3D, Shindigs, and Uo Slab. Vidal, everybody knows Vidal. It's the toidle. It's the toidle with the goyle. Doobie. Everybody knows who Doobie is. You don't realize that you know who Doobie is, but you know who Doobie is. And I know who Doobie is. Shindigs, I don't know. And Uo Slab.
We got the chat.
What?
Completely making out. Like just tongue in tongue. Like tongue. And we touched.
Okay. Nope. And Uo Slab.
This is man using only the most advanced technologies known to man.
Oh, really? What are those?
Alright. Bros, I'm fantastic.
Okay. So it's between Vidal and Doobie. I'm sure they're good. I'm sure they're good guys. I'm sure they're nice guys. But that is not for me, and that is not a VTuber. So moving on. So it's between those two, and honestly, like, I haven't really looked at Doobie's stuff since she left. Since she left her PL. So I can really only judge based on what she did with her PL, and she was a trendsetter. Like she was genuinely a trendsetter. She was her entire career. So if she continues with that, I would not be surprised. And I am not surprised to see her name here. But like Vidal and what he's been doing with Neurosama is just kind of crazy. It's just completely and totally correct. So I'm gonna go with Vidal. The VTuber whose humor and wit consistently leave you in stitches. We have Chibidoki. I can never remember. Is it Gigi or Gigi? I think it's Gigi. Gigi Murin, Bao, Koseki Bijou, and Kenji. Well, I know the rest.
Can we get the receipt, please?
Bitch.
Yeah, let me go get there real quick.
Okay, I actually got. Okay, no, that's fine. Go get it. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I gotta wash my hands because this table's so sticky. Okay. All right, so you stay right there. Okay. Yeah, my hands are nasty.
I think Kenji is the guy. Just judging by this. You're gonna see him run out this way, aren't you? Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Can we get the...
That's funny. I like that. Joe, screw it. Let's watch all of these. Why not?
Hey! I got a bunch of stuff!
Welcome to my territory! I am the leader of this domain!
You walked around my turret.
I can't see! I'm blind.
Alright, that's pretty funny. What? Why did he walk out that way? What's the point? Oh, this is a way out, isn't it? With Gigi. Oh, and Cecilia, sorry. Guys?
What they call edging?
Yes, that is exactly what they call edging, Gigi. Alright. Bao, what have you got? Oh, I never played this game.
Creed? Oh my god, I'm crazy!
Is it gonna be Breed? Please tell me it's Breed.
Creed? Treed? Greed! Oh my god. It's gotta be greed. It has to be greed. What? Oh, it's over.
Oh.
Wait.
No.
It could be.
No.
No, it could be.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. To be fair, I feel like that moment was more the game being funny than her. But oh well, to be fair, I did switch it off before the end of the clip. But I think I could even make that moment funny, and that would be saying something. All right, Bee-boo.
Happy. Oh yeah, how's your Sisyphus?
Be quiet.
My Tandai Mai?
Imagine people happy.
Imagine people happy. I didn't catch that the first time. All right. So, Who will we go with here? Who had the funniest clip? Let's go with that. Who had the funniest clip rather than who's funniest overall? I think Kenji. Honestly, I think Kenji. Because, well, all of them were just like, okay, well, Gigi's was funny as hell. But, like, Chibi's one, like, that was funny, but what made it super funny was the fact that Nags went into the turret. And I think that was him knowingly going into the turret. Like, why would he even move in that scenario? He intentionally went into turret range. So that's probably why. Breed was just funny by the game. Bijou, it's a freak out, but I didn't really understand the words. Kind of between Gigi and Kenji, but Kenji's one was genuinely funny, and it took some thought from him. So I think we'll go Kenji. Yeah. The VTuber brings the most unpredictable and entertaining chaos. Kobo Kanairu, Gigi Murin, Pipkin Pippa, and Tricky Wee. Sure, let's take a look at all these. Skibidi?
Skibidi? Skibidi? Sigma.
Who's? Oh, it's Canada.
Yeah. Skibidi toilet. Skibidi. Skibidi.
Okay. Sure. I'm not a huge fan of that kind of humor, but... Wait, hang on.
So if you play League of Legends, they have 3 lanes in League of Legends, and you can go top, or middle, or bottom. And when I say bottom, that reminds me, you know bottom? Not only the bottom,
they look really strong, right? They have weapons, but you have to find them, and then every game's the same but different.
There's a dog, and then there's his name is Warwick, and he's like, and he chases you down. He's like, oh, the smell of blood in the hut. Oh, is that Wawa I smell? And then he chases you.
Is that Wawa?
And then when you play League of Legends, and then you can play Warwick because you like dog, and then not only Warwick, he's a dog favorite, and then not only there's Kog'Maw, who's also a dog, and he goes.
Kog'Maw's also a dog. True, if you get the right skin.
And he vomits everywhere.
Okay, yeah, that was very chaotic. Pickin' Pippa.
Hold on.
Oh, Pal World.
Come here.
Take him.
Stop, he hates it. Okay, hold on. Come here, my child. Come here. He's like, no!
Don't bring him to the dinosaur. What are you doing? Is this Jurassic Park or something? And Tricky Wee. Oh, does she actually have a... She actually has a harmonica. I don't know what she was expecting there, but that was exactly what I was expecting. That was exactly what I was expecting. Gnomed and nommed. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Pippa. Honestly, she kind of deserves it. By the way, just to be clear, I am a huge fan of... I really don't think this is actually working. I'm just gonna pretend that it is. Whatever. I'm actually a huge fan of Hololive. I love Hololive to bits. To bits and pieces. But, Pippa... I love Pippa. She's great. Bring attention to a VTuber with less than 100 average viewers this year so that everyone can see what they're missing. I have less than 100 average viewers, and yet I'm not here. Tippy Hendricks.
Make an announcement into this entire Kmart. Okay, hold on. There's a button.
Why should she have a gun? I don't think you're allowed to do that with a gun.
Attention Kmart shoppers. I have a gun, and I'm looking for lotion. I repeat, I have a gun.
Me IRL.
It definitely has a clip in it. And I'm looking for lotion. Thank you.
I wonder if she ever found the
This has
lotion.
been my TED Talk. To make an announcement.
This has been my TED Talk. Alright, yeah, that was funny. Long live Raya.
I'm here to test your strength, little
I
hamster.
hit with metal pipe.
No! You hit this guy with a metal pipe.
What even is this?
And you
This
swing
is like
it pretty good.
A tabletop video game?
This little hamster's not to be messed with. This little hamster catches the metal pipe and rips it out of your hand. It says, "No! We fight with fists in this house."
Oh! Whoa! This hamster is
That's pretty jacked hamster.
Now,
My money's on the hamster. You're you rage what? Sure. That.
Alright? Whenever you're like, you know,
Oh, your average bow.
When they do this, hey, you come back to me, alright? Just remember who was dancing their ass off for you. when you came in here. When you're like, oh, that Bo guy. Now, you guys would be like, hey, remember that raid with Bo? You motherfuckers better be like, oh, you mean the part where he busted his pussy down for us? I can't believe I said that. I'm so sorry. I gotta mute.
Yeah, you probably should, bro. take a chill moment and stop dancing. What?
Guys?
Also, he stole my pink hoodie. I don't appreciate this. Yeah? You good?
Guys, I'm feeling a...
Okay. Alright. This guy got that dog in him. Alright, and Yandere GG. Just 1 second. What? Oh.
Oh, Angel. Fuck.
Yeah, he went a little bit too hard there.
Fuck. There's so much shell in there, God.
I'm always terrified of that happening. Seriously, I hate cooking eggs just because I'm always terrified of getting shell everywhere. I still don't know how to do it. I still don't know how to do it. Okay, I'm going to say Tippi Hendricks. She had the best, what if I do this? Can I like vote here or something? No. Weird. I don't get how this website works. I'm going to give it to Tippi Hendricks just because she had the best clip. Quite simply. This VTuber has shown astounding growth throughout the year and demonstrates great potential for the future. Do you know what? This stream is actually running very long. Should I start? Should I? No. Sure, screw it. We'll do this last one. Oh, it's Haruka.
And that I just can't get any bitches. Can you tell them that's not true for me, Mom?
No, you're very desperate.
Shit, don't lie to them! Don't lie to them! Don't you say that! Don't say that!
I mean, I'm available. I just want to point that out.
Don't you
fucking if she's ever interested, I am available for collaborations and cooperative yoga purposes.
Bohemian Rhapsody. It's Kumo-kun. Hi, I'm Kumo.
That's cute.
Hello. Cute でしょ。My most favorite brush, Kumo-kun. So cute でしょ。It has become bacon and honey definitely delicious.
A little bit too young acting, you know? Kind of, not sure about that. It's cute, but
Can I get a yippee?
don't know. Yippee! That was me. Yippee! That was also me. Yippee! Yippee! Well, that worked. She got a yippee. She definitely got several yippies just there.
I think I want this hair. Let me see. Guys.
Wow.
Here's another one. Okay. When I tell you no one is ready. No one is ready.
My body is prepared.
There's something that I need to tell you. And I'm really embarrassed to have to say this to you. But I am Pregunta. Don't forget that I used to do crime. I'll come and get you, cutie pie.
I still do crime. But okay. I like the Ariel one. That was funny. Let me see. So, this VTuber is always doing something creative and new, setting themselves apart from others with unique content. We have Iron Mouse, Hosho Marin Desu, Doobie3D, Takanashi Kiara, and Gosku. Who's Gosku? I don't speak Japanese. What?
조용히 하자. 조용히 하자.
Is somebody knocking on the door or knocking on the wall? Should you just say pants? What? Okay. That would be honestly horrifying. So always doing something creative and new. Creative and new. Honestly, Kiara and Marine and Iron Mouse. I love them all, but doesn't really stack. Doobie, like, she's, how long has it been since she's been Doobie? I think it was like the start of October, isn't it? So it's only been like 2 months. But honestly, the others don't really, I don't really view them as doing something creative and new. Doobie can, and Doobie is a bit of a trendsetter. So let's go with Doobie. Why not? The VTuber whose fashion sense is as trendy as their content. Ike Eveland, The Porcelain Maid, Gavis Patel, and Shoto. And this is, yeah, I saw this earlier, so these are all guys. These are all gals. Gavis... Wait, is Shoto a guy?
I still have this
yes.
face.
Good. I think... Gavis Patel, is that the clown from... yeah, it was, yeah. He's the guy who won WrestleTuber. Isn't he? Yeah. I think it's between Porcelain Maid and Gavis. I'll give it to Porcelain Maid. Why not? Porcelain Maid looks pretty fly. If you don't know. What? It's about fashion and you just show his face. Good job. Good job. I appreciate. The VTuber's fashion sense is as trendy as their content. Lisa Helesta, Kiara, Ushio Ebi, and Mint Phantom. See, here's the thing. I really like Mint. I really like Kiara as well. I don't know the other two. But I really like Mint. She's one of my favorite VTubers. But her fashion is a maid outfit. I don't really view that as very fashionable. I'm going to be real with you. So probably not. What do you look like?
I was going insane having to look at this every single day for the past few months.
And again,
and not being able to
you can't really see. It's about fashion, and yet you can't really see what she's wearing. Fantastic, great clip. Okay, finally. Okay, well, for a moment you can. I'm gonna give it to Kiara. Simply because Kiara has a ton of outfits. I don't really like her 80s outfit. But she's really cute. She has a bunch of outfits to pick and choose from. And to be fair, the 80s outfit, she got that ghetto. So, yeah. We'll go with Kiara. The VTuber organization on their way to the top. Valor, V4 Mirai, Vichiban, and Mythos. So, for this, it's very simple. I have only heard of one of these, and it is Mythos. I do watch... I don't... I've seen clips and stuff like that. Specifically of Hades and Zeus. No, sorry, not Hades. Ares and Zeus, specifically, and I think and some Poseidon stuff as well. They're really cool. I really like them. They're pretty cute. So yeah. I did think, because like the way that Mythos works, as far as I'm aware, is that like all of the gods are the male Greek gods, like Zeus and Ares, and I believe Hades is one of the girls. but they're all girls. I did wonder, like, what if I joined Mythos as like a classically female one? Like maybe like not Aphrodite. I wouldn't be able to pull off an Aphrodite. But maybe something like Artemis, the goddess of virgins. Or Athena. I could be an Athena. That could be cool. Or maybe Persephone? Yeah, I could do that. That could be really cool. But as far as I'm aware, they're all girls who have taken the name of male Greek gods. So yeah, they're cool. I would recommend. Recognizing the passionate and unwavering fan base who stands by their favorite VTuber, we have Shondo, Vidal, Dokibird, and Nerissa. Nerissa's a bit of an odd one to have in here. To be fair, they're all a bit odd. Except for the Dragoons. I was there, bros. I was there. I was in the trenches. I was counting the days. I was watching I was keeping an eye on the news. I was in the chats. I was there. I went onto Twitter/X and I looked at all of her tweets and all that stuff. I was there. I count myself a proud Dragoon. I am, first and foremost, a Takodachi. But I would count myself a Dragoon as well. Recognizing the collective of VTubers who work seamlessly together to create engaging and diverse content. We have Hololive, VShojo, Face Connect, Isegai Idol, and right down at the bottom, Niji Sanji. I wonder why they're at the bottom like that. So what's funny here is before when I saw this question, I was thinking, oh, easy Hololive. But now Fauna is graduating, Chloe's graduating, Ina, my beloved Ina, has gone on a break for the last month/2 months. She had a really bad experience with Hololive management kind of messing up and kind of screwing her over. Completely accidentally, as far as I'm aware. But still. But those are all management problems, I believe. Oh, and Doobie as well. Did I mention Doobie? Maybe I did. But those and also Aqua and yeah. So there's been a bunch of graduations from Hololive recently, but at the same time, Hololive also has VShojo. How many do they have? They have like 7, 8, something. No, more than that. 10, 12 members. Hololive has 80, 90. So, yeah. It's honestly, it's easily Hololive. Hololive is the biggest VTubing corporation in the planet right now. And even though they have had some problems recently with graduations and stuff like that, it's not like the last major controversy, the last major time that they screwed up was with Coco. And that was like, what, 2-3 years ago? 3, 4 even? So yeah, it's easily Hololive. It really is. VShojo is just a club of friends, as far as I can tell. Just people who already know each other and are already big, coming together to just so that they can all manage themselves and each other. So they can all manage themselves rather than having like a corporation or whatever. Face Connect is kind of like Hololive, but they're simply not as big. They're nowhere near as big. Isekai Idol, I've never heard of, to be perfectly honest, but yeah, it's honestly easily Hololive. Recognizing the talented and creative individual or team responsible for crafting exceptional VTuber character models that bring unique and captivating avatars to life. Jericho, was that the name of the was that the name of The artist that was up against Ina. Yeah, it was. Okay. Let me see where. Now I need to find my way back. Okay. I don't really know any of them, so I'm just gonna give it to Jericho. Just give it to her. Why not? She has her priorities. The get. So we'll go with that. The best VTuber event or concert streamed this year: Iron Man Subathon 3, WrestleTuber, Hollow GTA, and Breaking Dimensions. Did I ever finish watching Breaking Dimensions? I think I did. Hollow GTA was really fun. I feel like they needed a couple more people in there, though. They needed a couple more people. Some of it did feel kind of dead. And yeah, I feel like they needed a couple more bodies. But there were some really great moments. Ina's little car, Pina, is always going to be my takeaway. I love that thing. The little, what's it called? It's not a Reliant Robin. It's a PLP 50, right? That was the funniest thing ever. It really was. And Subaru trying to keep everybody out of the casino. It was all great. But yeah, they needed a couple more bodies. Breaking Dimensions was really cool. It was a really fun concert. I really liked it. But honestly, like I said at the start, if Doki's here, Doki wins. Like, oh, I loved WrestleTuber so much. The moment when Mint came onto the platform, the moment when she was there standing beside Doki, my face almost ripped in two. I was grinning so much. That was so amazing. And then Bettel winning the entire thing, but then getting beaten by the run-on lady. I don't remember her name. And honestly, I didn't really get her. I didn't really get her vibe. Like, was she supposed to be a VTuber or something? Or was she supposed to be a real person? Did she actually dress up like that? I didn't really get her. But that was a really cool moment that he got completely demolished by this randomer. They did actually say later on that he will get or at least he did. He should have gotten the prize, whatever it was, for winning, and it wouldn't be the person who ran on. Which is only fair, and I was worried about that at the time, but they did clarify. So yeah, I loved WrestleTuber. That was brilliant. The match between Mint and Matara was so good as well. It was so good. I loved it. Yeah, that was just a fantastic event. It was so fun. Recognizing the most beloved game for VTubers and fans alike to stream and watch over the past year. How many of these have I played? Let's see. Lethal Company, no. Liar's Bar, no. Bookshop Roulette, no. Elden Ring, yes, surprisingly. So let's go with that. It's the only one that I played, so why not? It's the only one that I streamed too. The VTuber with exceptional gaming abilities that stands out from the rest. Akemi Nekomachi, Zentreya, Koseki Biju, Kaela Kowalskia, and Tenma Miami. I don't really know why Tenma's here. To be fair, the thing that I know Tenma the most from is her South Park Let's Plays, which are fantastic. I watch them all the time. I watch the highlight videos all the time, and I've watched the entire series as well in their entirety as well. That's where I know her from. I know that she's like part of Phase Connect, all that stuff. Yeah. And I've seen her do stuff with Pippa sometimes as well. There was a fantastic stream where Tenma and Pippa did a Minecraft stream with sorry, her name has just escaped my head entirely. Henya. Sorry, Henya the Genius. Yeah. They did a Minecraft stream with her, and it was just the best. It was just the best because she was Henya was Pippa's like Oshi, or at least one of Pippa's Oshis, and Tenma just came in with the "This ain't a beach, this is a bathtub." This ain't a bitch, this is the bathtub. This is such a good clip. I love it. I watched the entirety of that stream as well. I hope that those three do more stuff together. I don't think they ever did, but I hope they do. They were great together. Akemi Nekomachi, is this? Oh no, it's not. I thought that this was the new name for Aqua. Aqua's new name. Winner, chicken dinner. That was dumb. That looked awful. So, okay. Zen, Bijou, Kayla. I don't get why Tenma's here. Tenma's very entertaining. She's hysterical. But I don't really view her as exceptional gaming abilities. What clip do you have for that?
I ran away.
Yeah? What game is that?
Detective Holmes?
Detective Holmes? I didn't know Holmes was a furry. Wait, what?
Mikey!
What?
I ran away.
Your key? What? I don't know what's going on there. So between these three, I don't really view her as having exceptional gaming ability. I more view her as having exceptional stamina. She will just keep on streaming on and on and on and on. So I don't really think of that. Bijou, kind of the same. Honestly, Zen. Zen is the only one that I really think has actual talent when it comes to gaming and is just genuinely very good at gaming. So I'm going to give it to Zen. Recognizing the VTuber who fearlessly explores more adult themes in their content. I'm not going to hit any of these buttons, just so you know. They're probably safe, but I'm not going to do it. Project Melody, Cottontail VA, Fifi, and Skuchan. Well, I'm an old-time fan of Project Melody ever since the days of Lootcasts with Iron Mouse and Silver. Iron Mouse and Silver Veil. Yeah, I was a fan of her since then. She's just a sweet bean. I love her. She's great. The best overall VTuber this year. Their charisma, talent, and dedication have made them the standout amongst all VTubers. Fuumoko, Iron Mouse, Vidal, Doki Bird, and Tsukino Mito. Why am I not here? I should be here. That joke wasn't funny when I first said it. It's still not funny now, but I'm still gonna do it. So Doki Bird is here. She deserves everything, man. She deserves the world. Her story is an amazing, amazing comeback story. Yeah, she deserves everything, and I'm going to vote for her for everything. Second place would probably be Fuumoko, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, Doki Bird deserves the world. Anyway, by submitting these votes, you confirm. Yep. So submit. Did it actually work? By resubmitting the form, did it work? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea if I actually voted for anything. Whatever. This website sucks. All in all, it's been a very... Actually, that reminds me. Fillion and Shy Lily, neither of them were... I mean, it's hosted by them. And I think that Fillion is the one who, like, created it. But I feel like Shy Lily could have been in there. Although, to be fair, some people like Numi weren't in there either. Yeah. I can think of a couple of missing names. So, yes... it's been kind of a shitty year for VTubing, just because of the collapse of a particular black company. Yeah, video games and VTubing, they kind of sucked. And everything is just kind of... I feel like VTubing is maturing. Where it used to be that like a spunky attitude would get you views, and like having I don't know, having just optimism and the ability to just keep going would get you very far. Now it feels like that's not really the case. It feels more like it's matured to the point where corporations want to control what's going on. And that has never been more certain than with a certain black company. But also it's kind of becoming the case with Hololive, and also with VShojo. That mostly happened last year, but still, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of rocky right now, but you know, there's still plenty to look forward to. We still have plenty of our Oshis are still going. Plenty of our faves are still making content. Some are still tragically absent. Girl, when is she going to stream again? I don't know. I'm not even a huge shrimp. Like, seriously, I just find it sad that she just decided that she just left. Well, no, she didn't just leave, but you know what I mean. So yeah, well, that was the stream, I guess. It's very different from what I usually do, in the fact that there's no video game present. Could you guys see that, actually? No, you can't. That's handy. Yeah, so it's a very different stream from my usual, and I don't really have a reason for that. I wanted to vote in both of them anyway, just because fun. But I didn't really have, I don't know, like, I just thought I may as well stream it. Why not? Could be fun. Could get a conversation started. It did for about 15 minutes, and then everybody left because it was boring. But whatever. We do what we can. We do what we can. So I hope you had fun. I hope it was at least a little bit interesting. And I really hope to see you all again. So, She-Man, thank you for being here, my friend. I really appreciate it. And Federal Offender, thank you for being here as well. It's greatly appreciated. Everybody who just popped in, popped down, no matter how long you stayed, I hope you had fun. And I hope to see you again. I'm on YouTube and I am on Twitch, so remember to like, subscribe, comment, favorite, ring the bell, and follow. So this week, well, last week, my dad's health took a major turn for the worse. Hopefully he is now on the mend again. Yeah, I'm going to try and stream more often now. But in order to do that, I'll probably have to stream in the mornings rather than in the afternoon/evening like I'm doing now. So if I do decide to do that, there will be a very drastic change in time. That won't be the case for the weekends, and also probably for Thursday and Friday. It's mostly a Monday, Tuesday thing. But I'm going to try and stream. I'm going to try and stream again sometime this week. I do have stuff that I need to do, so I am going to be at least a little bit busy. So, kind of, I don't know, just kind of playing it by ear. Yeah. But hopefully I'll be able to stream more from now on, and hopefully my dad gets better. Yeah, that would be nice. I think he's due for some good health at this point. It's been a while since he was truly healthy. So, yeah. Alright. Thanks for coming along, everybody. I really appreciate it. And, see you again. Next stream will obviously be more Yakuza 4. This is definitely the rarity, not the rule. Alright, take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye!